If you're thinking of buying a Google Pixel this year, you're probably really excited to see what Google is going to announce on the 12th of August. But the new Pixel 11 line they're going to announce might not end up being the one to go for after all. Because after weeks and weeks of Pixel 11 leaks, Google even going so far as to leak images of the phone themselves, I'm becoming more and more convinced that the Pixel 10 may be the better buy. And after the deal that I just managed to get on this from the Google store, I think I might be able to prove it. If you're new to the channel, my name's Liam. This channel is This Week's Project. I make videos about creative technology and creative tech projects. I also do some reviews. If that sounds like your kind of thing, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, help me out. Small channel, trying to grow, trying to turn this into a thing. Anyway, back to what you came for. Thanks for watching. First up, let's be fair. The Pixel 11 looks like it's still shaping up to be a pretty great phone. It's expected to get the new Tensor G6 chip, which is built on a new 2nm process, which should mean better efficiency, better battery life, and improved AI performance if you're bothered about that. There are also rumours of upgraded camera sensors on some of the models, but, and I think this is the important bit, none of the details that have leaked look that transformational. I think it's going to look very similar to the Google Pixel 10. The Pixel 10 cameras were already great for photography. Really, really nice photos they produce. Video still isn't class leading. I still think that goes to the iPhone, or in the Android world, probably Samsung's. Samsung's videos look pretty good. But you know, it's not bad. It's definitely improved. So yes, there are upgrades, but are those upgrades worth £300 to £500 over this? So if you haven't already heard, the new Pixel 11 lineup is likely going to be more expensive than the Pixel 10 was at launch. And I think that's where things get really interesting. So the Pixel 10 line, the base Pixel 10 started at $799 here in the UK, with the 10 Pro starting at $999. Now the Pixel 11 base model is rumoured to start at $899. So $100 jumps, £100 jumps across the board. I didn't pay £999 for this. I managed to stack Google One discounts, Google Store promotions. I got free Pixel Bud 8 series, and I added a mouse super thin case for this. And my total for all of that came to just £534, making this an absolutely unbelievable amount of phone for the money. So if you're thinking about buying the Pixel, would those rumoured new chips or camera sensors really make about £400 or £500 worth of difference to you? Because you can get last year's Pixel 10 Pro, like I have, for a big discount over the base model Pixel 11. So why is everything getting more expensive? This new Pixel 11 line of phones is going to be about $100 more across the board. It's also rumoured to be coming with 12 gigabytes of RAM instead of the 16 that you would get in the Pixel 10 line. So why are they downgrading there? Some of this really isn't Google's fault. If you've watched my previous videos, you'll know I've talked about the memory RAM crisis. It's hitting the whole industry. It's hitting everybody that makes devices. RAM prices have been climbing for months from the back of the AI data center expansion, and that's putting pressure on manufacturers. It's probably one of the reasons that we're just seeing price increases everywhere. If that's something that you're interested in hearing more about, I've done a whole video on it. It'll be linked here somewhere. I get much more into why that is happening in that one. So should you wait? Should you wait for the Pixel 11 to launch and then decide? Now, here's where I think a lot of people make a mistake. They see a new phone coming down the pipe and they automatically think it's worth waiting for. But especially in Android land, it usually means that the generation before becomes the bargain. That's exactly what happened with the Pixel 9a. When the 10a launched, it was basically the same phone, but the 9a went down in price because it wasn't the 10a. As far as I could tell, there wasn't much more to it. And I honestly think we're about to see that happen again with the Pixel 10 series. So the things that we still don't know about the Pixel 11 line are the real camera performance. But is it likely to be that much of a jump that it's worth shelling out £500 more for? Battery life, hopefully could see an increase there. But again, the battery life I've been finding on this has been fine. Tensor G6 benchmarks. Now, the Tensor chips historically have not been the fastest chips anyway. This is more than adequate. I don't know what to tell you. Like, smartphones these days, once you get past a certain price point, are all basically great now. Gone are the days where the thing would just overheat and lag into oblivion. We're not really dealing with that anymore. The Tensor chipset is fine. Is a move to a 2nm node for better battery life and performance going to be that big of a leap? I don't know, I guess we'll see. And then there's maybe AI feature exclusivity. They will probably launch it with some brand new all singing all dancing AI feature. How long it will stay exclusive for, I'm not sure. With this is able to run bigger models because it has more RAM. So anything that comes to the Pixel 11, I would expect to come to the Pixel 10 at some point. Any one of those things may change the equation for you, but based on everything that I'd read, for me, it didn't really justify waiting because this phone, the 10, was starting to sell out. I think because people had seen the leaks and were just like, it's not that much of a jump, so why wait? Get the deals while you can get them. So in conclusion, the reason I'm making this video is I recently went through this thing of I needed to buy a Pixel. Should I wait for the 11? So everything I looked at, and it was my money at the end of the day, I was like, no, it doesn't look worth it, especially when I can get this Pro for less than the price of a base model 11. It's got more RAM and that will help it last longer as a device. So if I had to do it again today, or even after the 11 gets launched, I think I would still make the same decision, you know. I would buy a discounted Pixel 10 over the shiny new 11. The colors do look nice, don't get me wrong, but as you can see, black phone. If you can manage to find a deal like the one that I found, go and do that. Don't pay more than you have to for what is essentially going to be an on par or maybe even slightly worse in some areas device. Anyway, let me know what you think. Would you buy the 11, or do you agree with me that the 10 is just a way better deal at the moment? Let me know in the comments below.